today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New England Patriots. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He gets away from one. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Complete to Josh.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
It's brought in here by Willie Snead.
Carr's pass. Complete to
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A run with Jacobs there on first down, but he'll manage only a yard or 2 at best. Second down coming up.
a gain of 2.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line.
First down, Las Vegas.
And he stopped immediately there. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's James.
Complete.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before we get a good head of steam going.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr finding his target. It's Ward. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. From the gun, it's Carr. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr completes it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
First and goal, Raiders.
The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 5 catches, 53 yards.
And most teams mark down big plays as ones that gain 10 yards or more. He certainly has big playability, and we just saw it on display.
Here's Jacobs. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal. And they sent that play backwards.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jesse James, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now this throw caught left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
James White's first carry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. He was 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. On the left side, a catch by White. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Newton. He completes it right side to White. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Newton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as he... Guys will get the football back.
16-yard
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, The only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier, and this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 29 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Rohrwasser now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And the exclamation mark at the end was Kenyon Drake's touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action, Newton. He's going to look downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Smith catches left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
At the 18-yard line.
Cam's going to run on the option. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense...
And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Intercepted by the Raiders.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing now is Carr. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly. And
he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Bird to return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would Think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Calvin Ridley, 53 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. And his kick is right through. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Carr now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr, the open man here, Renfro. 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They have the catch on second. Now they're looking at 3rd down here. From midfield, here's Carr. And James has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
What was that, man?
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Again. That's complete to Ward. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Again, they'll throw with Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Hunter Renfro is the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
A 30-yard attempt.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Patriots 7.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Newton and the Patriots with a first and 10 at their own 26. The drive starts with a run by White. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Yannick Ngakoue. Just as hard to say his name as he is to block. He's there in on the stop that time. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the gun on third down, Newton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Running out of the gun with White. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a first and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. Devin McCourty.
Carr's pass.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne there to make the grab. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Shotgun now for Carr. Little short pass to James. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
He'll get this to Ward.
Carr's pass complete to Greg Ward Jr. 5 yards on
this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jesse James, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Carr to throw again.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing is Newton. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Calvin Ridley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's Fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Kyle Duggar brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
They're on 37-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On first down, Carr. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. Carr now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
at the 6.
He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
On second down now. It's White, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Rolling to his right. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but it's going to be second down. Newton's going to throw it. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Quez Watkins. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation. And
a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop. Again, it's Michel.
The Raiders 37.
They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
A 43-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Patriots, they